Refraktor. Is he worth $60? Let's talk about it. And Unicron, $575? Yeah, let's talk about that too. Let's really talk about that. This and much more on the RobPod podcast. Okay, before we get into anything, I just want to apologize for not putting up a video last week. Now, I tried to go right into a new video on Monday, and I got the job. So Monday, I got a phone call telling me that everything was done, everything was good, drug test, background check, all that other crap. I am now officially a part of the company that I applied for. Sweet, I start August 5th, but as of now, today's Friday, and I kind of gushed on the job a little bit too much, and I think I was also a little bit brutal on the whole Haslab's Unicron. First off, you only see so many photos of it, but we'll get into it in a second. We want to talk about this guy, but getting back to, I have the video sitting on my computer, on my Mac right now. But it's like an hour and 22 minutes, and all I did was gush about this job that I got, and two, gush about this Unicron. And I kind of ranted almost, because I was a little upset about the whole $575, and he looks magnificent, don't get me wrong. But the price point's just way too crazy, and they're asking for 8,000 backers. Isn't that like $4 million something dollars? That's like an enormous amount of money. Why? Gorgeous figure. He looks great. Way expensive. Too damn expensive. Period. Yeah, I'd rather get a Soul Chigokin. Those are $300-$400, but you're getting the quality guaranteed, And there's diecast. Where's the diecast in the Haslab? Where's, the paint apps and blah, blah, blah. Okay, we'll get into that later. So here's another issue. Hasbro does it again. And then there's another problem with this figure. Now, granted, it is a cool figure. I like it. I, splurged, and I do that many, many times. I splurge. I really, really do splurge. Where is he? I just splurged like yesterday. Hold on. See? I splurge. Because I realized that I didn't have a Hound. I looked all into my collection because I got so many damn figures and so many Transformers that I don't really have a Hound. I have the movie Hound, but I don't have a Hound. I messed up somewhere. I've been wanting to get a Masterpiece Hound too, but, again, there's other things that just come. I'm completely one of those people that like to pick and choose my figures, and sometimes there's figures that are higher on the want list than others. So if I lose it, I lose it. But he was there at the Walmart, so I grabbed him. So anyway, he's not that bad looking, all right? I don't really care for his alt mode when they're just, a single robot. It's a really weird-looking spaceship. When a lot of people said that, I think it's Soundwave and somebody else, their spaceship modes are really, really good. Then I got home, I put him together, I transformed all three of them into their little bricks, and I found a QC problem. And this is another reason why I'm afraid to do the Haslab thing. His hands, they're two left hands. And I can't flip the one over because then it's upside down. But like I've said, he is probably going to be just stayed in his camera mode. And because I have Photron from TFC, I think it is, and I prefer that one. He's a G1 aesthetic, but with a modern look, you know. But yeah, he has two left hands, and I was kind of a little upset about it. I'll come up and I'll show you guys real quick, but yeah, he has two left hands, and I'm upset about that. And that's what I think bugs me the most about the Haslab. I've run into this kind of stuff before, and yeah, he has two left hands. Oh no, wait, this is the wrong guy. It's this one. Ugh. Look, it's a mini camera. So he has two left hands. I can't spin it, you know. There's no way, because if I flip it, then the hand will just be upside down. But yeah, here, look. So that's the one that has it. That's the one that doesn't. This one's reversed. So Hasbro is known for doing some of these. As my headset gets flown all over the place. Yeah, I'm real professional. Hi, Rob. Are you professional? But yeah, as you can see, I mean, there's two left hands on this guy. I can't flip the one, you know. I know half of you are going to be like, well, contact Hasbro. Maybe they'll send you another arm. No. I'll just live with it. It's not a big issue, you know. But I've seen this kind of stuff. You get the left hands, you get the right this, you know. There's mix-ups just as small. And you see these little problems. You always wonder, what about Haslab? Is that going to be pristine or whatever? But, yeah, I kind of really ripped into whatchamacallit, a little bit too hard. As I'm playing with the toy, I should stop. There we go. I'm just going to leave it alone. But when I made this video on Monday, when I made the podcast for Monday, I kind of got a little bit too angry about it. You know, I just kind of ranted on the whole thing. Because in a sense, if you're going to call yourself Haslab, and you can't use that whole term of, oh, it's a kid's toy or it's a kid's company. They did this with Matty Collector, with the Voltron. The Voltron was a mess, you know. A lot of spray over. Stickers were crooked. I have crooked stickers. I have one of the figures, but all the figures are actually sealed in their, you know, in their packages. I never opened them. And they're in their little boxes that they come with, these white little boxes. I never opened them, but you could see where things were reversed or things were flipped around, and yeah, it's wrong, you know. If you're going to call yourself Matty Collector, you're going to put out a pristine, wonderful, superior toy. And that's what the problem with Hasbro or this Haslab is going through my head. And I think I kind of just went off on it, you know, because when you start collecting and you step to those premium toys like, you know, Hot Toys or Soul Chigoken or any of those higher end figures, even the designer figures like who can I say, like third party stuff, and you know, when you start dabbing in that, you start to get used to that quality. And when you see the quality of, you know, these toys compared to ones that are quote on collector clubs or even Haslab, it's kind of like, yeah, nice try there. I'll show you something that cost me $200 less, $300 less, and it's practically immaculate, you know. Again, that's a standard. And when you play with those, when you start collecting those types of toys, you know, or figures or action figures or somewhat statues, yeah, everything else gets nitpicky. And I think that's the problem. I went too nitpicky on the whole Unicron. And after seeing the photos that Unicron.com put out, I just went, oh, okay, he really does look good. But again, I mean, when you're paying $575, the damn thing should have more paint apps. It should have, you know, I mean, the details there. It has the details. I'm not taking that away from him. It has some gimmicks, but that thing should have some die cast in it, especially for like weaker places that that this 19 pounds is going to be laying on. But that's just my opinion. I will not be getting this figure. Why? Because I have something more important to me that I want to get, and it's costing me $339 as it is, and I just don't have expendable money like I used to. Even though I did get a job and I landed a job, and I still have money. It's not like I'm broke or anything, but I'm just not. I don't have that that throwaway cash that I could just buy whenever I want. A $20 figure is not going to kill me. It's not going to kill the bank. I just got to be careful of how much I'm spending. But when I'm picking out a lot of these bigger figures, I got to watch. And, my wife's like, well, you could have had it. But my birthday and Father's Day kind of fall, a few months apart. And we had, we were in Hawaii, so I splurged at, I went in Honolulu. This is how much of a geek I am. I found 2 comic book shops that actually sell figures and toys and Transformers and such. So I did a day trip to that place, to those 2 comic book shops, and spent, the one was really amazing. The other one was really cool, too. And I spent money there. And then on top of it, my birthday being my 45th, my wife was like, okay, spend what you want. I bought 3 Soul Chigokins at $300 a pop. They were on sale. I bought the Get a Robo Dino series because I liked the design to them, so I wanted them in the collection, and I got them for cheap. I bought a bunch of Transformers, and there might be some other stuff over there that I bought. Oh, a lot of Gundams, which I still have to put those together. It's going to take me forever, I swear, with all this stuff that's going on, So, and then I come home and I'm buying, spot here, spot there. I'm buying, let's get a couple of these, let's get a couple of those. I'm buying video games out of the yin yang. So, after seeing them, I kind of was like, I like them, but the lower the lower legs, I didn't like the way that they were, collapsed up. The backpack didn't bother me, but something was bugging me with the lower legs. I don't know why, but it was. But it's getting brutal. A lot of these, collectors are fighting over each other because some people can afford it. And, there's memes going around and there's people, stop trashing it. It's going to do well. It's great. I hope it gets funded. Trust me. But again, nice figure, too damn expensive. Hasbro should drop the price by $200, but they're not. So, yeah, not happening. I'm not getting it. It's going to be a no for me. Straight on no. With Refraktor, I shouldn't call him Reflector because they don't own that name anymore. Refraktor is really good. It's a solid figure, don't get me wrong. But $60 you can get. There's one from Papa Toys, which is going for $44. But he's an official, so if you want him, I know that there is going to be a. I got the burps today. I don't know why. Pardon me so much. It was that darn Burger King. I'll tell you the story after this, but it's a good it's a good figure. Don't get me wrong. It's a straightforward, what was the word I'm looking for now? See, my brain goes nuts. But this is a good figure. It's not a bad figure. Besides the QC that I got with the one on the one side, I mean, kind of, it was like, really? But otherwise than that, I mean, he is a sturdy figure. He is a straight, he's a solid figure. That's the word I was looking for. They disappear and come right back. But he's a solid figure. I mean, this is, when you collect, it's about your collection. People are going to tell you what they think you should get and what you should buy. That's not them to decide. Even if they say it's the greatest fucking figure to get it. No. You get what you want. It's as simple as that. You buy what you want and that's it. Would I suggest getting it? It's up to you if you want to get another refractor. They are putting out a refractor, which you can get right now, I think, on Hasbro Pulse. They even have cassettes that are coming out, and I already ordered the pre-order for the two sets that I don't have. It's the Frenzy and then the two dinosaurs, I think, that combine together. I forget their names. If I have a picture, it'll be somewhere in here, but as usual. But those are two that I wanted to get. I wanted to throw those in the collection, so yes, immediately I pre-ordered those, and I mean, for $35, it ain't too bad. I'm not going to complain about $35. It's $35. But $575, I am going to complain. But I'm not going to get it. I hope that it gets. I hope it gets funded. I hope that everybody gets it and enjoys it. But everybody, watch out, because that first person that gets a QC problem, hide. Bury your ass. I don't know, because the video for that is going, and the websites and the fan pages and the Reddit boards are going to go aflame, especially if it's a lot of them. So, yeah, even if it's just something minor, $575, there should not be even a minor problem with this figure. But again, I mean, I'm one person that likes the higher end figures. I mean, this is higher end than 3P. When you start stepping into Soul Chigokin and Ori Toys and 3-0 and 3A, you kind of get this. It's kind of like you've tasted the finest caviar, and now nothing will compare to it. And that's where I had to stop with that last video. The one that I recorded on Monday. And it's still sitting up here. It's been rendered. I'm not putting it on YouTube because I did not give Unicron a chance. And after seeing all the photos that Unicron.com had, I was blown away. I was kind of like, well, okay, this is a much better figure. And after really taking it in and listening to, looking at it and studying it, it's a well-done figure, but can it be the ultimate figure? Yes, it's going to be huge. There's a whole ton of third-party now, what I'm hearing, or KO companies coming out. Wai Zhang might be working on one. I'm not sure. I heard talk of a Wai Zhang, but there is one coming from a Zeta Toys, and I was like, And it's supposed to be humongous, bigger than the Haslab one. So, I don't know. We will see. Somebody was saying, I think I saw 40, it might have been 40 centimeters, but I swore I saw 40 inches. And I was like, if this thing's 40 inches, that's double the size of the Haslab's. That's like double, almost double. But that's like, wow, how much is that going to cost? Like $700, $8, $9? I mean, we shouldn't fight because of the collector shouldn't be fighting because of this whole entire aspect of, I can't afford it, and it sucks. It should be lower. Blah 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 blah. Let's feel bad for the Gundam figure collectors, because did you see that? I think it's called UC New Gundam. That thing's going to be like $1,200 freaking dollars, because it's going to have the base character, the base figure, and then it's going to have a additional accessory set coming out. And putting them all together, it's going to be like a $1,200 figure. Yeah. So we shouldn't bitch about $575. But for me and for the lifestyle that I have, and I got to watch my money because I do spend a lot on different hobbies. The video games I spend money on. I mean, I just bought I think 5 or 6 games on the Switch. And then I bought a bunch of figures, from Transformers. So it's kind of like you got to balance things. And I think that's the problem. We see something like this and everything goes right out the window. So I'm okay with just skipping, this. It's not like, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'm skipping the Titan class, Omega Supreme. I got the Weizhang one because the Weizhang one was just, I liked it. It was better. It looked better and the price was right. And the quality on it is just as good as any other Transformer out there or third party. So I stuck with it. But I do have a bone to pick with them. Why the fuck did they decide to do this Haslab now? Where the hell's my Titan class Scorpionox? That's what I'm looking for. Give me, and there's probably about, how many people want it? Just raise your hand, because I want a Titan class Scorpionox. Now I understand the Omega Supreme did not come out yet, so they're probably waiting. Next year, 2020, will probably be Year of the Scorpionox. That's what I'm going to officially call it. Year of the Scorpionox. But yeah, I'm hoping that it works out for them. I hope they get the 8,000 the 8,000 backers. I don't think they're going to have a problem with 8,000 backers, because let me explain something here. Everybody's worried about, are they going to be able to get the 8,000 backers? And a lot of people are like, well, if they get at least 5,000, let me say one word that will put that completely to rest. And it's a word that we all hate. Scalpers. You're allowed a limit of 5. How many scalpers are going to get 3 or 4 of their friends to use their credit cards? They use their credit card, buy a crap load of these things, and then boom, 1,000, 1,200, 1,500 for one of these things. And that's where a lot of people are going to go, no, I'm not going to spend that kind of money. And if we don't spend that kind of money, they're just going to get to the point where they're just going to go, okay, fine, here, just take it for 600, But again, I don't think they're going to have a problem. You're going to have stores buying them. You're going to, like these little comic book toy shops that are going to buy them. They're going to buy 5 for their store. Possibly they might not sell them right away, but you know what? It'll bring them in a return. They're going to jack the price up to an extra $100 maybe, or maybe even $200. You're going to see, internet, stores buying them so that they have 5 at least, or maybe get 10 or whatever. So I don't see them having any issue getting the 8,000 backers, because you're going to have a lot of the Cretans even buying them too. And there's no way to stop them. You can't stop them, period. I can turn around and be like, no, I'm a collector. I love them. I'm buying 10. And then next week, turn around, I got 9 of these. I'm keeping 1 for myself. I got 9 of these. I'm selling them for $1,200. Who wants one? It's, it's the reality of it, people. Can't really hide it, and it kind of sucks. But this is how it works. And yeah, but I'm going to not be purchasing this. Now, if I do have somebody in my family that goes, hey, did you hear that they are doing a 27-inch Unicron? Yeah, it's not coming out until 2021, I tell them. Well, how about if I get it for your birthday gift or your Christmas gift? Okay. Then maybe I'll get it, but I'm not shelling out $575 for something that I've paid way more for a Soul Jigoken and gotten a much better looking, fully detailed die cast encrusted, I mean, the thing is like just not encrusted, but this thing is loaded with die cast, and I after you do that, it's like, the price is just too high. I'm sorry, Hasbro. Way too high for the price. So, I mean, that's what I'm saying on it. I'm not going to bitch about it or whine about it. Again, great looking figure, way too freaking high. End of discussion. It's almost like that figure is maybe I would say best, a $450 figure. And they're jacking on a whole bunch of more pricing, which is only about $175, but then you're not talking about the shipping and handling, which this thing is going to be an insane amount of money. But, I mean, you get 3P, figures. I mean, like, they got the combiners, and some of them go for $4.99 for the whole set. And I think there's even a couple that still go for, like, $5.99. So, it's what you want to spend. And if you don't want to spend it, then don't bitch about it. Just go on with life, There's going to be 3Ps coming out. I have a feeling that if Wai Zhang does one, it's going to be a low-cost one. And it's going to be just as big, or it's maybe going to be 26 inches, not 27. Or maybe it'll just come in at 26 3/4. But they'll charge you maybe $350 for it. And that's when I'll jump for one. But otherwise than that, I mean, I'm going to keep an eye on the Zeta toys and see how much they're going to be doing that. And if they're possibly going to do the part one that a lot of people were talking about, well, maybe it's going to come in parts, maybe $100, a couple $100 for the arm, a couple $100 for this. Because they're saying that this thing is going to be humongous, the Zeta toys one. So we'll see if it happens. If it doesn't, it does. But the size does not do anything for me for the Hasbro toys. If you were going to put out a Hasbro toys and you're charging $575, I don't want to get into a rant here, but if you're going to put $575, that thing should have been 3 feet tall. I'm sorry, that's just my opinion. It should have been at least 3.5 maybe, and I would have gladly thought about it then. But I looked at it, went, wow, that's a gorgeous figure. It looks really good. Okay. That's it. I'm done, But yeah, we're collectors. Don't let nobody persuade what you want. If you want something, then you get it. If, there's a lot of figures I've had collectors, I've had, other people talk about. There's going to be, and they say, oh, no, you really got to get it. It's a great toy. It's so great. I just go, yeah, no. I collect what I want. I don't want what you want or what you suggest. I'll look at the video. There's going to be 1,000 videos up when this thing comes out. And granted, there's going to be like 1,000 videos. When it comes out, and people are going to do reviews, especially like MGO 316. MGO is going to do one. You're going to have all the big name YouTubers that do Transformer reviews going to be doing it. Everybody and their grandmother that's a Transformer collector is going to be doing a review on this thing if they buy it, And again, if I do get it, it'll be sitting right here and we'll be talking about it, So that's about that for my discussion on this. If you're going to get this, remember you're paying $60. Again, there is one out. I think it's the same size, if I'm not mistaken, from Papa Toys, and it's like $44. You can get it on Amazon, eBay. There's tons of places that have it. So, but otherwise than that, hey. So, yeah, that's all I got to really talk about besides that. But I don't want to get too gushy again about my job, but there's a bunch of things that I really like about this place, and I think the excitement, the anticipation, the hoping that they don't turn around and say, oh, this, because you hear a lot of discussion about vaping and how it can ruin your drug test, and that was one of the things that worried me, but no, everything came back clear, and I was, called on Monday And yeah, everything's just good. Now I'm just waiting for an email about a orientation, the paperwork for orientation. So it should come sometime next week because my orientation is until, what's the date? The 5th. And then my first full day of work, my first real day of work will be the 6th at night. And I wanted third shift, so it was definitely a third shift thing. So I'm going to be working 10 o'clock at night till like 6:30 in the morning. So I'm like, yeah. And when I heard the break set that they give you, I just went, this is the best break set I've ever seen or heard of in my life. 2 25-minute breaks, 1 40-minute break. What? Oh my God. I'm like, Jesus. I'm only going to be working for like 6.5 hours. Okay. And the rest of the time I'm going to be relaxing. So yeah, but I will bring more in about this job as it comes along. You'll see it not this week or the next week, probably the week after that. So what? So we'll say 3 weeks from this weekend. So today is Friday. So say 3 Fridays from now or 2 Fridays from now. The third Friday I'll put up a video and probably be talking about it more. A little bit more in depth, but not like crazy in depth, because there was a non-disclosure agreement or something of that sort, non-compete agreement, so I'm not going to be talking too much about that. It's going to be a lot of hush-hush, But yeah, I'm just excited. It's a new company, new whole thing. I got rid of the whole fucking... I'm sorry, if you love driving a forklift, universe bless you, but... fuck that. I'm done with forklifts. I'm done with shipping. I don't even want to fucking deal with that shit anymore. I think it was the last job that I was a forklift driver really turned me off to it and sickened me. And I don't ever want to step foot on a forklift ever the fuck again. Or in shipping ever the fuck again. And I mean it. So this is completely something new, something different. Yeah, I'm just excited and raring to go and can't wait. So... yay! And that's about it on that. Yee! I don't know. Yee-hee! Well, yee! Why did I do that? I don't know. But, anyway. Video games. I've been playing Ultimate Alliance 3. Marvel's Ultimate Alliance 3. Holy shite, is it good. I mean, it is really exceptionally good. It is better than 2, which I own. Everybody said that 1 wasn't that great, so I didn't buy 1, but they said 2 is really good. So I got 2, but 3 is practically knocking it out of the water. I don't know what it is. The storyline, maybe. Maybe it's the storyline after coming off the high from, the whole Endgame and Infinity War. Oh, God. I should have. Oh, darn it. That's right. I don't have my Xantex down here, so I can't stop burping. But it takes 15 minutes anyway. But, yeah, no. I just recently bought a bunch of games off of it, and there's only one game I bought because it was on sale. And I did not play it yet, and that's Ape Out from Devolver. I've been liking a lot of stuff that Devolver's coming out. Devolver, if you're watching, kudos to you, man. And thank you so much for bringing Metal Wolf Chaos to us. I love you guys. I'd kiss each one of you. I can't wait until that game comes out. But I'm going to be working. I'm just going to be coming off. Or actually, I'm going to be working my first night the day it comes out. So I might be able to play a little bit of it, but I don't want to because, I want to be able to try to flip myself. Because it's weird. I got to go in Monday at 7 in the morning. So 7 in the morning, I go in. We do orientation till 4. Come home. And then I have to try to flip myself. So my plan is come home at 4. Stop and get some things that I'm going to need probably for the next day. And then what I'm going to do is I will probably sleep immediately when I get home. So I can wake up and stay up all Monday night into Tuesday morning and then go to sleep, and then, do that. And that's the funny thing. I haven't been able to flip myself. The farthest I have gotten was maybe 4 o'clock in the morning, and it was basically to the point where my eyes were watering and burning at the same time. It was just like my eyes would not stay open, and I would just rub them and rub them. So, I have to. It's going to be Death Wish coffee and sitting up playing all night video games. Maybe a stream possibly sometime next week to do this. Maybe tonight. Well, no, I'm not going to do it tonight. Maybe Saturday night, because today is Friday, and it's Friday night, and it's 8:30 Eastern time. So maybe tomorrow night. I don't know. Go check out my Facebook page. I will keep you up to date. I just don't have nobody on there, so I haven't been making any updates or anything. But let me see. I got a bunch of games that you guys might want to check out. So, let's see here. Okay, so I got Toe Jam and Earl. Toe Jam and Earl, I got the limited run box collection edition. I can bring it over real quick. So this was the limited run one that was offered. So I ordered it, and to tell you the truth, it's actually pretty neat what they give you in there. They give you like 6 pins, which I'll probably never use them, but I mean, if I ever get another denim jacket, which I don't see myself wearing another denim jacket. It's not the 80s anymore. Maybe a baseball cap, and I could put a bunch of the pins there. But I got, tons of pins from a lot of these games. But Streets of Rogue was another one that came out, which is a roguelite-like type of game, dungeon crawler, if you want to say. It came out on the PC, and I was waiting for this very patiently, and it came out, and it's really good. It's a heck of a game, but that's what I've been playing. I haven't even touched anything over here recently. I think next week what I'm going to do is I'm going to try, because now that I'm putting up this video, what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to get the capture card here. I'm going to talk to my nephews and find out what is this other streaming software that they keep telling me about. And I can never remember the name. I just hit the button. I'm sorry. But I'm going to talk to my nephews and see if because my one nephew does stream on Twitch. I'm going to see if I can get the stream software up and running for all the systems and tweak it and make sure that it looks good and everything. And then I'll go, and then we can just not play, PlayStation 4. We can play any of these games that are sitting around me. All it's going to be is just I got to get another HDMI and hook everything up, It'll just be a pull plug thing kind of thing. And we could switch on the fly. That's the nice thing. I could always switch on fly, because I got this, which is the RCA channeler. It's like 4 channels. I could just plug into the main one, and then voila, plug into the main one, and I could just push a button. We could jump from the Dreamcast to the, Xbox original, or we can jump to the GameCube just by a button push. So I'll see how everything works. I'll get down here and get my ass moving. Tomorrow I got, crap to do for the job and everything, because, stuff. It's just a lot of prepping, and, what am I going to need, because it's a lot. And you'll find out more as we go on, as the weeks progress. But yeah, that's what I've been doing recently. Besides just, pacing and jumping up and down and dancing, and la-da-da-da-da-da. But yeah, that's what's happening in the RobPod. So I am going to end with this. good luck to Haslab and to all that are buying, backing the Unicron. I hope it goes through. I can't wait until I see videos of the thing when it does come out. I'm just not going to put out over close to $600. Well, after shipping and handling, it's going to be over $600 for a figure that I know, is just, it's not, I just don't find it feasible. Again, gorgeous figure, nice looking figure, but way too expensive. Way too overpriced, if you ask me. But, hey, Hasbro's running it. But, yeah. I think that's about it, if you're going to get Unicron, if you're going to get Refraktor over here, double check them because, I got 2 left hands on one of the figures. Sad face. Who cares? What can I do? Maybe I can find somebody to beat up one and steal an arm and steal the left hand. But, yeah, that's about it. And I will see you all on the flip side. Take care of yourselves. And collectors, stop beating each other up. We're supposed to be a collective, not this freaking goddamn whatchamacallit. You're all getting crazy. It's just a damn figure. Let people have their opinions and such. But I still want Hasbro, start working on a damn Titan class Scorpionox. I want it now. Now, damn it. All right, guys. Take it easy. I will see you on the flip side. RobPod out.